What's up everyone, I hope you're all well. Today's going to be a bit of a different video because today I'm going to take you through my charts and show you one pair, one trade and one session, which is London session. We've got a lot of traders jumping in short here, but it is what it is, right? Which is why we've got to be smart. Our target is only a little bit higher, but the mind is like, no, we need to hit the target. What if it just goes there? Well, who gives a fuck? If I lose this trade, I do not care. And I'm going to show you what I'm thinking throughout that session too. So if I'm looking at the chart, what I'm actually contemplating, what I need to see to get into an entry, I'm going to take one trade. If it's a win, great. If it's a loss, great. I do not care if it's a losing trade because I want to show you guys I'm taking this. And hang on, I need to take this transparency one step further because this could be any day. But you can see here, Friday, the 7th of March, 8:13 a.m. Hopefully you can see that writing. But anyways, yeah, I'll take you through one trade. If I win, amazing. If I lose, amazing. But I think this is going to be a lot of value for you guys, so stick around for this. First, I'm going to go trade Muay Thai as I always do. So without further ado, let's turn on this beast. Haha. Let's go. This never gets old. It really doesn't. I think my music's about to start playing. But anyways, guys, I'll see you soon.
Hey, the grind's on, I'm just trying to hit the bands in. Take man, you know we get the hands in. Throw fists so you know that they're landing. We stand out, cause you know we can't stand in. We look good, we ain't ever look stranded. Tryna bank it, with the bro been whizzing in the key. Treasure hunt looking for the lead. Start gotta get the fee, put it in the B. Late night I got a lot of D. When I get the bag on my crew, gotta get it with the crew. Spend a couple hundreds for a shit. Oh, don't wait, that's who. That's that chick that got rude. I ain't spending on you, I'm just fronting on you. Always got something on you, ain't running from you. But we'll be running on you. Always got a gunner on you, got a stunner on you.
Alright guys, I'm back home. What a workout that was. Really smashed it. Before I hit the charts for London session, I gotta get myself right. Besides icing my rib because I hurt myself. What are you doing, Scooby? He wants the fruit, but I was trying to show you the, oh my God. I was trying to show you the fruit. Anyways, I was saying I was getting myself right by eating this fruit, but this guy, he wants it. He's figured out. He's a smart boy, but check it out. So we got the dragon fruit. We got the mixed fruit with some honey on top of both. We got Scooby. What do you want? Do you want a piece of apple? Let's see. How is it? Okay guys, so the time is 11:49 a.m. Get here. This guy's just, don't get a little puppy. 11:49 a.m. You can see here, Friday the 7th of March. I'm logged into my trading account. I've also got the screen open, as you can see above. We're looking at gold. So we're looking at for some entries to take. I'm gonna talk you through what I see in terms of the chart itself. I'm gonna talk you through the entries that I'm looking for. Again, today I just wanna focus on gold alone. I wanna take one trade. Win or loss, I'm gonna show you the result. If I lose this trade, I do not care. In fact, I'd almost rather lose just so you guys can see, hey, this is the actual process of taking a trade. And also, you know, because it's hard, you know, I could video this 4 or 5 times, get a winning trade, and you guys think, oh wow, it's amazing. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually make this screen move fast when I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna talk to you about my process, what my mindset is like when I'm looking for these trades. And basically step by step for actually to go place that trade. Again, I could place a trade, it'd be a winning trade, and the next trade loses. Or I could place a trade, it's a loss, and the next trade's a win. The point of this is just to show you one single trade. My mindset, my thoughts, everything. So the first thing I'm gonna do here on gold is I'm gonna jump into the 4-hour time frame. My wife's not home, so I've got to look after this guy while I trade. It's not a bad thing, of course. I mean, he's funny. But anyways, guys. All right, cool. So we're on gold here. we have this huge push up followed by a massive meltdown which breaks this structural point, right? This was the last low before price made a higher high, and then we had that big break of structure to the downside. The reason I've marked this whole area as a zone is because that is the resistance level. Now, sooner or later, price will want to take that resistance zone out. So what we can actually look for is a buy into that resistance. Ideally, we go and look for price to make a new all-time high. If price makes a new all-time high, everyone's happy. So let's look at the hourly time frame. Sorry, before I go there, the 4 hour. There's another little minor resistance level where price currently sits, right? Before price comes up into here. Of course, this is a supply zone which created that push down, right? So you got the resistance level building up, price looking to come into that supply. But we've also had, if you look here, we had a high and then a low. So we actually had a small break of structure right there, which left behind a supply zone here. So what does that mean? That means that there's a lot of sellers in this area. So we need to look for or find a place where we can actually buy gold. Now looking at price, this is the 4 hour. We see that price came into this supply, reacted, it's now pushing back up. So we might be able to see, if we jump down to the hourly time frame, we might actually get some sort of breaker structure, or maybe even on the 15 minute. We often see that. When you have a push down on say 4 hour, 1 hour, you're often gonna see a 15 minute or 5 minute breaker structure. So that's something we're looking for. If we jump to the hourly, we don't necessarily have that. We have a push down. We have that push down, of course, and then a retracement into this area. But in terms of a true break of structure, we don't really have that. We have this small low being taken out, but again, we had that sort of pullback. So basically, how it looks on the 4 hour is definitely a lot cleaner. Now on the 4 hour, what we can see is that we've had that push down and prices retracing back up. So it's retracing back to kind of quote unquote retest that zone. So if it retests that zone, which is a supply zone, then price could be looking to continue. Or I guess you've got a lot of traders now that are all gonna go short. Based on supply and demand, like majority of traders trade this way. Supply and demand, support and resistance, SMC. It's the same sort of structure. It's the same sort of way of looking at the market. Now, the problem with these strategies for me is that if everyone's trading these areas, if everyone's looking at supply zones, if everyone's looking at demand zones, it doesn't really make sense to me to be looking for a trade in there at the same place that they're looking for a trade, especially in the same direction. So that's the confusion that I have. Why is my screen frozen here? It's pissing me off. That's the confusion I have with supply and demand. What the fuck? Fucking load. No, I don't get it. Anyways, that is the confusion that I have with supply. Let me actually get. So what we can see off the back of this is we have that bearish break to the downside, return, and that push down. That push down is creating a supply zone again. A supply price is coming to retest. Everyone's thinking that they get a second chance at this trade, which can happen. But the thing is, oftentimes we get that big push down, everyone starts going short, but they're not realizing where the liquidity actually sits. If we drag this across, there is a resistance level here. You can see it, this high, this high, and this high. When you have a resistance zone inside of a supply zone, price generally will want to go and take that resistance zone out. And if you look above that, you can seriously just go like this, and that's another resistance zone. So for me, I look for where the liquidity lies. What is the liquidity? Support, resistance, supply and demand, trend lines, anything. And price, for me, I look to go take that liquidity out. So if it's a supply zone, I want to see the high of that supply zone taken out. This is how I kind of look to trade. Find the liquidity in the market and target that. Instead of waiting for everything to be taken and go in the other direction, which has a somewhat of a strategy behind it. But in my opinion, it's still guessing, because how do you really know after price takes all the liquidity out that it's going to reverse? It can, but it can just keep rocketing and continue. So you have to have a very strict rules on how you can actually enter those trades. So for me, it's much easier to just be able to see the markets how I see it. If I jump down to the 15 minute here, got the resistance zone, you can see this beautiful supply. We have this massive push down, which indicates there's a lot of selling pressure that's going to start right about now. Honestly, we're tapping into that supply zone right here. We're also tapping into that resistance level, and we're on the 15 minute time frame. So I like this. I'm going to be watching this very closely. It's currently 12:03 p.m. Haven't done much but sit here. So let's see what we can do. In fact, price tapping into this area, let's jump down to the 1, because often what we start to see is any sort of bearish breaks. Bearish breaks are good. We want to see a bearish break. The timing is good. Waiting for London Open, looking for some bearish structure at a resistance zone. What that indicates is that price is, well, everyone's starting to look to go short, right? If we get bearish structure at a supply level or a previous high, price respecting a resistance, it's a short zone, a typical short zone in the markets. Now for us, what this means is this is a huge opportunity. This is a massive opportunity for us because as a trader, we are in a great position to actually look to go in the opposite way. Again, you got to think in reverse. How everyone else is trading, why are they not all profitable? Why are people trading all these smart money traders? Why are people trading these strategies? I personally don't really know many people that are profitable on smart money concepts. Now it can be a strategy thing and a person thing. Find what works for you. And as well, like smart money concepts is not going to work for 99% of traders. Support and resistance is not going to work for 95% of traders. Supply and demand is not going to work for 80% of traders. It's about finding what works for you. If you find the strategy that works for you, that's what you should stick with. So now I'm just watching gold. I'm seeing how price is moving. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. I'm patient, I'm waiting. Just want to see if a setup does come about. If it does, we'll be looking good. If not, it is what it is. But we're watching this. So what we can see is price making higher highs and higher lows on the 1 minute, of course. We have not had any sort of bearish structure, so I can't just buy this because we could get that massive bearish push. Then after that bearish push, we have a lot of traders going short and jumping in short. Whether it's a 15-minute pullback, whether it's a 5-minute break, 1 minute break to the downside, a lot of traders are now going to go short. Especially start of London Open, if everyone's watching these charts from about half an hour ago, 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, they're on the charts, they're waiting for some sort of a break of structure on gold to go short. Now, if a lot of the traders are looking to do that, it's my kind of cue to, hey, when can I go long and take their liquidity? That's what honestly goes through my head. So obviously right now we're getting a bit of a push up, haven't seen any bearish structure or any sort of a pullback. Now, the only time I could enter on a bullish structure is if price rockets up and then starts to kind of pull back again. I'll see the indications on the 5 minute or the 15 minute. If I do see this, I can actually enter a long. Because people, for example, like if price rocketed all the way up here, without doing any bearish breaks whatsoever, everyone's looking along, but they're looking along here. So they're not looking for price to come here and then sort of have a small pullback and rocket. They're looking for price to come into here and they're going to enter their long demand zone, right? Or support level. But I'm watching this closely. I'll see how price reacts. Again, we really want to see that level up here, which is our resistance zone. So for us, 40 pips to the upside. That's a beautiful 1 to 2 trade for us on gold as we trade with a 20 pip stop loss typically. And the reason I use a 20 pip stop loss is because I really want to let price have some room to breathe. I really want it to understand and how price is moving and how price is reacting off of zones. But I also know that I'm not going to be perfect. So I'm going against the general crowd. Whereas like on a smart money sort of strategy, you can trade with a 4 or 5 pip stop loss generally on currencies, even 3 pip stop loss. On gold, you can trade sort of a 10, 8, something like that. But for me, I want to give my trade room to breathe, that if it is going to have a little more of a push down, I'm still going to be okay generally most of the time. Now, the reason I'm able to be confident with a strategy like this when I'm going against the majority of traders, because I placed my stop loss where I'm going to be wrong. So for me, 20 pips is on gold, I've found it's the sweet spot, where if I just give it that room to breathe, again, I could enter a 10 pip, 5 pip, but the thing is, I'm going to lose so many more trades. If I just give it that room to breathe, my win rate will be high, and I'll be able to make a lot more money. So as we can see here, just being patient with this. I like the reaction. See, this is what I mean, right? Price coming into a supply, reacting. Like a lot of traders, especially if we break this low, a lot of traders are going to be going short. And if I know a lot of traders are going to be going short, Obviously we can't go long now because we're in a demand zone. But if I know a lot of traders are going to be going short at that low, I've got to figure out what is my safe entry. So I can see we have a bit of trendline liquidity building up here, which is kind of nice to see. Because again, we just got that price just stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up. That if we get a bearish break, what we actually get, let's say price does this bearish break there, what we get is a supply zone built up here. Now that's going to be the selling area. So we got to actually, our mindset is now thinking towards that being taken out. Now, if that gets taken out, then obviously that's our trade done. Because if we're entering sort of at this low, we could have a 40 pip move and that's a 1 to 2, right? Or we can simply target this high, or at least go for a 1 to 3, 1 to 1.5, which is what's that? 30 pips, yeah? 30 pips. So that will be targeting this high. So it's easy, you know, easy trades. Again, there's nothing here now. So I'm just watching, I'm just waiting, I'm being patient. And like I said, win or lose, I don't care. I just want to place one trade and I want to show you guys just one trade. Again, I'm talking you through my mindset. I'm showing you how it actually is to sit at the charts. Am I FOMOing into this just because I think price is going to go higher? No, I'm not. I'm waiting. If I don't get a setup, that's fine. I will find a setup. Even if I have to scalp something, I can generally find a setup. Like right now, I could usually look for some sort of a quick sell, but the thing is, just gonna look for a clean entry, and again, win or lose, it is what it is. As you can see, price is now pushing down, looking for a bearish break. The problem with price at the moment is, I know you're good actually, you have a gap in that last candle, which is always good to see. Shows the imbalance, shows that everyone's looking to go short. Again, price on gold, if price is looking like so bullish, so clean, does a bearish break and pushes back up into here, 9 times out of 10, that's not gonna hold because everyone's going short. 1 minute break, if you look at the 5 minute, you're often gonna see sort of that big wick to the upside. There we go, look at that, see what I mean? That big wick to the upside, big pullback. That alone is gonna send a lot of people short. Now, if we look at the 15, we're likely getting some similar move. There we go. Big wick to the upside, massive pullback. So this sort of price action is sending a lot of traders short. As I said, in that last supply zone, all the way up here, that last candle. So you see the correlation here. When you've got all the confirmations stacking up, it's a great chance to actually look to go the opposite way. The 5 minute supply is quite bigger. Obviously we have that 15 minute breaking bearish. We have the 1 minute breaking bearish as well. And we're getting price taking out this little minor support level here. It's looking clean. If I just get my risk to reward tool just so I can kind of feel out what that 20 pip mark is, usually I'll do that. I'll place something like this. I'll do a 1 to 2 and I'll just leave that like that. Again, if I don't get my entry, that's fine. But the fact is we're taking out the trend line. So when price comes back into this trend line, you've got your trend line break and retest. So if everyone's gonna go short here and they're gonna go short here. So our target is at the very least to take this high out. The very least, at least, right? That should give us a 1 to 1.5 at least. But we're taking out this supply, which is that one we spoke about if we go left. Supply, again that was in the 1 hour. There we go. Now the important thing is not to rush the entry too. I like to look for these wicks down. So if we do sort of pop back up, that's gonna be my cue to get into this trade. If we just kind of keep melting down, then that setup is no longer valid. So we just gotta watch and see how price will react. Again, a lot of the time you could enter off something like this, but the probability is that, well, it's still 50-50 which way price wants to go if it does do something like that. So for us, I like to wait. I like to see at least 2 wicks to the downside after price takes a low and a support level. Otherwise, we can get something like this where price, rockets down and then all of a sudden pops and it just goes way higher. So that's something we've got to look out for. We have taken out this this small bit of liquidity / support zone, which is like another area of interest for us, which is super, super clean. And now we're having that pop. So that's that pop that I spoke about, where it's that pop, right, we're going for a retracement, waiting for everyone else to go short. There we go. That's gonna be my cue. So I'm gonna enter this trade. I'm in. Entry, 0.68, 68. Stop loss is gonna be 2914. 0.7. And I will send this to my signal group as well, which is completely free to join, by the way. All right, cool. So as you can see, we're floating in profit. I'll show you my current trades. I'm already $1,120 in profit. Again, win or lose, it's fine. Like, I wanted to show you this. I wanted to explain my mindset. This is an amazing thing for me to do for you guys because you're seeing how I'm thinking during a trade. I could care less, I'll be honest, I could care less if this hits stop loss right now. I could care less. Like I said, I would have almost rather preferred a loss. It would have looked cool for a thumbnail. It can still be a loss. It would look cool for a thumbnail. Hey, losing 4 grand or 3 or whatever the fuck it is on gold. It's funny. But if this plays out, it plays out. Now, to explain why I entered this, again, we see that pop. When you see that pop from price, that's a sign that, hey, like we could be looking to go here. It's like a spring. Price looking for liquidity to be taken out and go in the other direction. Now, this is super, super interesting because we had the breaker structure, we had the support level here, and we had that pop. Now you can see price is really rocketing to the upside. Now I'm up about $3,000. 3,000. Now I'm up about 3 grand on this trade. And we're looking good, honestly, we are looking good. So we'll see how price reacts. At this point, I can't allow this to be a losing trade. I cannot allow this to be a losing trade. So I'm gonna go and modify my stop loss to my entry point, meaning I can't lose $1 on this trade right now. So I'm gonna put that stop loss at 2916.70 and my take profit 2920.80. I'm gonna put that one in as well. Again, I could really close everything after price takes this higher. I don't really need to hold this one through to this final target. So I just want to see how price reacts around there. If it's gonna just keep going, I'll hold the trade. Again, it could hit me at my break-even zone. Now, if I just go to modify position, you'll see that I have moved my stop loss to break-even. So if this hits break-even, it's break-even. It is what it is, right? But now I can't lose money on this trade. I think that's a great thing. Of course, everyone else that's in the signal room takes this trade with me as well. So I will move their stop loss to, again, this is what I will do. This is what I do every day, right? I place my trade and then I'll also, if I'm gonna move my stop loss, if I'm gonna take profit, I indicate to everyone else to do the same. And we all make money together. Again, we've got a reaction. Now this is good. This is actually really good. Why is it good? Because this is pushing a lot of traders now to go short. When price comes into a supply, think about it. The limits are here, the stop losses are here. When price comes in and reacts, everyone is jumping short again. Right now, I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. So if they don't have an entry here, with a target at the low or much lower depending on their strategy, they're gonna be entering here. Stop loss here, target there, whatever, there. So So this is good. It shows that now we've got several traders now jumping short. We've also had a nice retracement. This is at the Fibonacci zone of the 61.8 level roundabout. So we've got a lot of traders jumping in short here. Again, our break-even zone is a little bit close to price, but it is what it is, right? We've protected our capital, we can't lose. There's no point in me sitting here and being like, oh my God, like, oh shit, is it gonna hit break even? I don't care, like this is what I'm trying to get. You need to get into this mindset. You should not care whether you're in profit, whether you're in a loss, whether you're gonna hit a break even. One trade, one pair, one session is all you need. Of course, you can trade more trades, more pairs, more sessions, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. If you're focusing on one thing and one thing only, you can make a lot of money. Now this is gold here. It is pushing. I'm pretty confident here that we're gonna hit that target. We're up 3.7K at the moment, 3.8. I'm pretty confident we're gonna come to this high, but again, price can do anything. Price can just melt here. It could just do whatever it wants. I like the fact that we made this low and then price came back up. It's actually created equal highs, so I will mark these out. Oftentimes I will mark these things out because it shows me that, hey, price isn't done yet. It's still building up liquidity. It's still getting people to go short. We often see things like big impulsive moves as well when price comes into these areas, because if everyone's gonna be wrong, which is like a lot of the time, majority of traders will be wrong in the market. It's just the statistics of trading. But if everyone's gonna be sort of wrong, we often get price will come in and just boom, just rocket to the other direction and take all that liquidity out. We often see that, and this case might not be any different. I mean, it might. But we're here, we're watching. Again, we could easily hit break even, but then again, we could easily have a target. And we'll see. Like I said, it would have been cool to have a loss. I'll do more of these videos for you guys so we can actually see that, what my mindset's like during a loss as well. Because it doesn't matter, it's a trade, who cares? My win rate is super high though, so there's a good chance when we come on that it's gonna be a winning trade. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 5.2. The big pop, and just 5.5. Oh, we had a 1, 2. See how price reacts. If it kind of pulls back, I'm just gonna get out this trade. If it's gonna keep going, then we can hit the full target. So yeah, this is important. If price comes back to this level, this low, I'll look to probably close that. I need to see price continue, right? Taking the liquidity from the high, a lot of traders will be going short. If it's just gonna hold there, then I'll probably look to just get out this trade. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. So if it comes back in, I'll look to probably just close. There we go, just make the decision. That's it. That's it, you can go higher, you can hit the target, you can go lower. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You got that. What did I say? This is what we got to be smart. Our target is only a little bit higher, but the mind is like, no, we need to hit the target. What if it just goes there? Who gives a fuck? Just really instill it in your mind. Really instill it in. Okay, 5.6K. I've just done that live. Just signal for everyone else to close this one too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're all gonna make money like this. This is how we make money in the markets. Don't be greedy. It could easily go to our target. Easily. But who cares, right? If price comes to the point where price really wanted to come was here. Because if that 1 minute range, we've taken the high. Often now what we see is price actually will go make another low because it's created a demand zone. If it pulls back, we're going much lower. But in this case, it's actually gonna continue, or it might continue. That doesn't matter. Like, I've closed it at a 1 to 1.5. I've gotten a 5.6K profit. Bro, how long did I sit here for? It's 12:24 p.m. Give a f. I don't need to get that little bit of profit there. give a fuck again. Like, you know, I have other ways to make money. I don't need to sit here and try to squeeze every dollar out of the markets. I just need to trade my trades. I'm really happy. Look, gold's pushing up. Give a fuck. I'm trying to show you guys, you should not care. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will do this more. It's real, it's transparent. It's showing that I actually do what I say I do. I'm actually a trader. Like, I'm just trying to show you guys. And to be honest, I hope the next one is a loss. It's be good to actually analyze a loss and to show you, okay, this loss, why did it lose? A lot of the times I'll wait for my trade, I'm patient. But if it loses for any sort of particular reason, okay, why? How can we avoid that next time? You know, that's the sort of mindset we can be at in a loss. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm gonna go and close this recording out now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It was more of a trading related, and tell me in the comments how you like it. Do you guys want more of this? Do you guys want more trading advice? Guys, I do this. I'm trying to show you that I do this, right? So, you know, this is something that, you know, I've been so passionate about for so many years. And, you know, to be able to make money consistently is a good feeling. Again, this is easy, right? Becomes easy. It's just the game, isn't it? 5.6K in profit, done. What else can we say, guys? I'll see you on the next one.